When you wake up this morning,
Yep.
or maybe you checked this out last night on NHL.com, ESPN.com, they do a good job of covering the NHL,
Yes, they do.
by the way. And you take a look at the point leaders. I don't call them the scoring leaders. I call them the point leaders in the National Hockey League. And would you look at the top there, Rick? 1, 2, 3 at the very top of the, and you know, we're not deep into the National Hockey League season, but deep enough to make this something special.
Yeah.
Quinn Hughes, JT Miller, and Elias Pettersson. 3 Canucks at the top of the point parade. And then you go down a bit here, and there's Brock Besser. Those 3 have 26 points. Brock Besser has 21. He's got 13 goals, tied for the most in the National Hockey League.
Tied for number 1.
And JT Miller's not that far behind in goals with 10. Did you ever think
nobody predicted this?
Well, I don't think I would predict this. Maybe when the Sedins were, at their peak, where they would have 16 games into a season, almost at the quarter pole,
they'd be up there.
That you'd see Canucks 1, 2, 3 at the top of the points parade.
Yep.
It's and then let's check this out. The NHL's overall standings. And this is for you. You've been very negative when it comes to the Vancouver Canucks for several months now.
Not a chance.
I've been Mr. Positive. I love that heroic trade. But take a look at the overall standings, or at least the top of the overall standings.
There you go.
The Canucks are number 2. Look who's number 1.
The Boston Bruins.
So I'm thinking that, is there any question?
2-11 over?
We're going to see a 2011 rematch. Boston versus Vancouver, Marchand.
It's happening.
Public enemy number 1.
Book it.
Could you imagine how much fun that would be?
Book it.
Can we even talk about, can we say, we talked about this before. Canucks winning last night, by the way. I don't think we brought up the score yet, but they win last night come back twice, by the way.
Yeah.
To win that game 4-3 in overtime at Rogers Arena. We'll get to the highlights in a bit. Can we say the word Stanley Cup final? Can we talk about how deep they can go in the playoffs? I just talked about 16 games being fairly significant.
Yep.
Can we talk about that?
A little bit. I'm going to wait a little, and I'll tell you why, because the injuries now, we got Soucy, we got Suter, Kuzmenko scared, gave everyone a scare last night. Injuries are going to hit. They're going to get into a losing streak at some point.
But that's every team in the NHL.
I know. Let's see where they're at the 20-game segment, and after that, let's start. But I just cannot say enough about this start. I will tell you, you will not find anyone in this city that predicted this. And if someone predicted this, Donnie, they're a liar, because nobody, even the president, said the only way we make the playoffs is if everything goes right.
Right.
And never mind the playoffs, they're almost in first place overall in the standings. Nobody saw this. Nobody.
They look like the best team in the National Hockey League right now.
They do.
I mean,
well,
no, I'm not focusing on Boston and Vegas as much as maybe I should, but the resiliency is unbelievable.
They get down by a couple of goals. They don't give up. Here's the other one for you. We talked about this. Teams in the past come to Vancouver, easy 2 points, so we don't have to earn it. The Canucks are 6-0-1 at home. They haven't lost at home, Donnie.